A US submarine just fired a torpedo and sank an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean. That has not happened since World War II. And that is just one headline from day 6 of a war that is escalating faster than anyone predicted. Israel's military chief announced the war is now entering its, quote, next phase. In 6 days, the US and Israel carried out 2,500 strikes using over 6,000 weapons. 80% of Iran's air defense systems have been destroyed. 60% of its ballistic missile launchers gone. The US has now sunk over 30 Iranian ships. An Iranian drone carrier, the size of a World War II aircraft carrier, was struck just hours ago. It is currently on fire. And IDF Chief of Staff Zamir said this, quote, "We have additional surprises ahead, which I do not intend to disclose." Iran is not done either. Its ballistic missile attacks are down 90%, but it fired 131 drones at the UAE in a single day. 6 ballistic missiles were also launched. The UAE intercepted most of them. Now let's talk about Trump, because day 6 produced quotes that are genuinely hard to believe. First, Trump claimed Iran has been calling to make a deal. His response? Quote, "I said you're being a little bit late. We want to fight now more than they do." Second, Trump announced he personally wants to choose Iran's next supreme leader. He said Khamenei's son, who has emerged as frontrunner, is, quote, "a lightweight and unacceptable to me." Defense Secretary Hegseth added that Trump is, quote, "having a heck of a say in who runs Iran." Third, asked about spiking gas prices, Trump said, "I don't have any concern about it. If they rise, they rise." On Capitol Hill, the House voted 212 to 219 to block a resolution that would have limited Trump's war powers in Iran. That comes one day after the Senate did the same. Both chambers of Congress are now on record backing Trump's war, with no legal requirement for him to seek their approval for what comes next. Here is the part nobody is covering enough. This war has now hit 15 countries. A NATO ally was struck. Iran fired a ballistic missile that entered Turkish airspace. NATO air defenses shot it down. NATO's Secretary General said, quote, "Nobody's talking about Article 5 for now." Azerbaijan was hit by Iranian drones. A school was nearly struck. Azerbaijan is demanding an apology. Europe is now mobilizing. France's Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier, Italian, Spanish, and Dutch naval assets are all heading to the region to protect Cyprus. A French repatriation flight trying to rescue stranded citizens had to turn back mid-air because of incoming missile fire. 6 days of war. Here is what it has done to global energy markets. Oil is up 20% since Saturday, its biggest single-day gain since the COVID pandemic. Brent crude hit $85 a barrel. Jet fuel prices have more than doubled. Food fertilizer prices are surging. A third of global supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. 11,000 flights across 10 countries have been cancelled. Iran's internet has been blacked out for over 120 hours, sitting at just 1% of normal levels. And behind every number, a real person. In Beirut, a 23-year-old mother grabbed her 2-month-old baby and fled her home the moment Israel issued its evacuation order. She said, "I just brought nappies. I didn't even bring milk." 83,000 people are now displaced in Lebanon. From inside Tehran, a resident named Amir told the BBC, "With every explosion, part of the country's human and material capital vanishes into thin air. With each day the war continues, we fall another year behind." Iran's internet blackout means most Iranians cannot even call their families to say they are alive. Day 6. And the IDF just said, the surprises are still coming. Subscribe right now. I post every single day so you never fall behind on the fastest moving story in the world. See you tomorrow.